Welcome back, everybody. Andres here, and I know I don't really do voice recordings a lot, but I decided to do voice recordings for this specific clip was because this is the first time I'm playing PvP Forza Horizon 5, and I felt like this race really intrigued me into recording and voice-overing over this. Obviously, there's only two cars. It's between me and Papa Tundra, or Tunde, or whatever his name is. I'm in the GT, and he's in the C63. I thought he lagged out, but I was like, it's a race, okay? I don't care. I have a slower car. He maximized his C63 to the 800 restriction. This is a stock GT, so for me, I think with a slower car, I'm pretty sure my racecraft is pretty decent, but you can never underestimate your opponents, right? For a lot of people that's watch my Forza tune-ups, I don't really say a lot, but if you've made it past to the racing scene where I race against the Drivatars, they're mostly on the pro to the experts to the unbeatable AIs. So I genuinely feel that my racecraft is okay. So going into this race, I never really doubted that I know that I can beat this guy. Obviously, I don't know what his assists are, but I play with no traction control, ABS, and only the driving lines during the corners. Is that a bit unfair? Sure, but you know, I'm playing Forza just for the entertainment's sake. I'm not doing it professionally as much as I would like to. But the first lap, I tried to take that corner, the last corner, flat out. I just have to lift for a little bit. But the first lap, it was decent. I was actually pulling a lot of gaps on him. But I think the second lap was where I started being complacent, um, miss my braking judgment, going in and out of corners, missing apexes, also missing gear shifting and all this kind of stuff. And the reason why I decided to speed up the video was because this was part of the video where I truly made a mistake to let him come back. Was during this turn right here. I broke too early, messed up the exit, didn't shift down, and he come back. As you can see, he has the faster car. That's no doubt about it, right? And ever since then, I just couldn't catch up with him. It's a rocket. That car is a rocket on the straight. And I thought that with my underpowered GT, I can probably use the last corner to slingshot myself if I didn't lift. But as you can see, I hit the barriers, but I did manage to get alongside him and actually passed him off, going up to the finish line. Now I thought, I was like, okay, I shouldn't do that again. Just keep my focus, hit the apexes, just race to the best of my ability. Now, again, this part of the video, the reason why I sped up because, again, there was nothing really much going on. But when it comes to this corner, it wasn't a good exit. It was okay, it was decent, but it was leading up to here where he tapped my back. That caught me by surprise and it pushed me wide and I couldn't cover the inside line, and that's how he overtook me again. Now this is the last lap, and because he's on the streets, he had me. Fair play to him. I don't think he's a dirty driver, but I think that he has a very aggressive racing style. So my mentality has to shift to which I have to use all of my brains rather than, my bronze. Finishing second, of course, there's only two people. It's a PvP. He gets 20 points, I get 16 points, and we move on to the next race. Now, I love sprints. Sprints for me, I think, is my best ever layouts, right? Because in sprints, you just have to get to your destination. If you make a mistake, then you make a mistake. There's no coming back from this. And I know from his driving style, he is a very aggressive driver. He surely would miss a checkpoint or two, or even just overshoot himself trying to be faster going into the braking zone. What I realized is that his car understeers a lot. So in the corners, right from a long straight, you'll have a hard time braking. As you can see here, I'm already on his tail, right? I went for the dummy, he fell for it, and that's how I got the lead of the race. Now here, he was trying aggressively to take it back, but of course it's a long straight, anything could happen, and it was neck and neck, right up to a very sharp 90 right. I knew that he was gonna dive bomb me to the right here, so I just waited for the last moment for him to go out and for me to just go back through. After that overtake, there's nothing much going on. He never really took that chance to come back. I didn't make much mistake. I think this race was flawless for me. Went to the finish line with a bit of a gap on him and finished the race, and that's how I tied it up. won 2-1. All right, this is a best out of 3 race. You know, that's 20 points for me, 16 points for him. So the scoreboard is tied at 36 points each. This guy is very good, obviously. You know, he has a faster car. I have the power disadvantage. I would really hope that it was a sprint and rather not a circuit. But again, at this point, I was already tired. I've been waiting to play this PvP for maybe about 30 or so minutes until I actually found a match. And so when it came to the circuit, it looks like a city circuit. And I was like, this could turn out really good for me. My thinking was, he had a more powerful car, which means that he can't really use it all because there's not really a long straight. But I know he's gonna do it. He's gonna use all the loud pedal and he's gonna have a hard time braking. So what I need to do is not to be aggressive, get all the checkpoints and just strike at the right moment, because I can't beat him for speed. I know that. So I need to beat him whether in the braking zone or dive bomb him where he least expected. This specific corner, he was having such a hard time. Every single time for all 3 laps, he just hits the barriers. And I used that moment just to close up to him. But then because of the power of the C63, or his tuned C63 per se, he zooms out again. So for me, it was just like a catching game. Nearing the end of the first lap, I knew that opportunities are not gonna rise up that far. Like, he messed up that corner. So there's 2 corners that he messes up, which is sometime mid-city and then the last corner that leads to the straights. So I knew that I had 2 opportunities for an overtake. Here, I just, I tried to be cheeky, went to go for the outside. He didn't give a lot of space and my car wouldn't grip, so I felt like it was not necessary. But I know that car has a hard time staying on the road, and that's why I can catch up to him. Again, here, he misses the braking zone and hits the barrier. So any which way, I know I can get him within either this lap or next lap, I just didn't know when. Speeding up to literally the last corner and starting the 3rd lap. Again, he missed the braking zone. He held it well there, but I know that it was now or never, and I decided to be ultra aggressive here. I think the mentality was, the line was used as a guidance. I brake as late as possible. I thought I missed a couple of checkpoints. That's one of my biggest scares ever, especially there where I thought, oh shit, I am gonna be respawned back, but I realized I hit the flag. That's all fine. This was an opportunity for me to take over, but he blocked the outside lane and I couldn't do that. He messed up this corner also, and I was like, alright, you want to be aggressive, then let's play fire with fire, right? I eventually got what I needed, was to be alongside him and for him to commit when he didn't need to commit, right? And he keeps hunting me down every single time, but I know that he always messes up the last corner, and I know that I had the win in the bag, and that's how I win the championship. Of course, I don't know why that lagged out in front of me. I know that he didn't cross the line over me, but as long as I saw a finish first, I know that I won. So I hope that you guys like my commentary. I don't really do this a lot, but I do truly find this race to be very, very interesting for me. That's why I've decided to do a voiceover over it. If you like this concept, please like, please sub. Just tell me what I should do next, in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for 300 plus subscribers. I never thought I would have been here without you guys. So thank you guys so much that pressed the sub button. I really, really love you guys, and I hope you guys are all doing safe. I hope you guys are doing something major. So, but until next time, thank you so much for listening to me, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.